Hey, folks, y'all see what it says. Let's go ahead and roll right into this one. Now, we all know the hot button topic is horizontal Harris, Kamala, tomato, potato, take your pick on this Jamaica thing. And in her defense, even though, I'm not really going out on a limb to defend her, but, I'm fair. Most of the Jamaica stuff has been by the orbiters and the talking heads, and y'all know I already done the video. Hell, I done that video a couple of years ago, and I just redone it again about her saying this she's South Indian when she was with that Mindy chick, and they was cooking up. They were in Mindy's kitchen, and they're cooking up Indian recipes, lots of dal, lots of curry, lots of this and this and this and this and this, and they talking and giggling, having a good time. Cool. That's the same video where I have Joe Biden swearing her in as the first American Indian to the Senate. Anyway, god dang it, I ain't gonna waste no more of y'all time. Let's go ahead and I'm sorry, y'all, because this thing just gets me so immigrants to Jamaica. Now, this website is called Jamaicans.com. So you can't say, where'd you get it from? Jamaicans.com. Jamaicans.com. Common spelling. Yeah, here we go. And look, 6 years ago, Stephanie Corney. Well, a lot of the stuff in here predates well over 100 years, so 6 years ain't gonna kill you. Let's just hammer it out right fast. The Chinese have a long history in Jamaica and the greatest influence of the island's culture of any people from Asia. The Chinese first arrived in Jamaica in July 30th, 1854. By 1932, some 6,000 Chinese people had immigrated to the island. The Jamaican government closed off immigration from China in 1931 due to high unemployment rates resulting from economic pressures during the Depression era. And you thought the Depression, just the Great Depression, America. No, it hit everybody everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I'm just figure I'll throw that out there. Only children under the age of 14 were allowed in the country on student visas. I think that's kind of strange. Under 14. I don't get it, but okay. Restrictions on Chinese immigrants became even more stringent in 1940, and Jamaican-born Chinese were required to provide proof of their birth to remain. Gee, wow. So you have to... That's actually a good thing. I was trying to I'm being a smart aleck for you goofballs here with the illegals and the voting and all that other good crap. Most Chinese immigrants were farmers, but few actually farmed upon arriving in Jamaica. When World War II limited foreign trade, boy did it, some Chinese began to grow rice, but abandoned the fields after the end of the war due to the availability of cheaper rice then that again became available through imports. Yeah, so yeah, grow it when you can't get it, but now I can get it without growing it. Yeah, I'll take that route. But you think some of them would have kept on growing the rice, because yeah, I would think you can grow it cheaper than you can buy it, but what do I know? I'm not a rice farmer. Beginning in the 19th century, Chinese immigrants, many of who came to Jamaica as indentured servants, That's a slick way of saying slaves. Showed a significant degree of entrepreneurship. These individuals left the plantations, and opened grocery stores known as Chinese shops everywhere across the island. They allowed individuals in poorer neighborhoods. Gee, I wonder what individuals in the poorer neighborhoods were they allowing to buy their everyday food necessities in their own neighborhoods. A little bit of nepotism here. The grocery and variety stores established by the Chinese offer products at reasonable prices and also offered flexible payment options. Oh, you are paying me the money now. You no pay. We come to your house and take it back. Over the years, Chinese entrepreneurs branched out into more extensive commercial endeavors, including restaurants, laundromats, wholesale merchandising, which they still do to today, and music production. Onward. Their contributions to music production in Jamaica cannot be overstated. I want to hear what the Jamaicans got to say on this. Hey, it's from Jamaicans.com. I'm just reading it. Don't give me no lip. The following individuals are just a few of the early music innovators in Jamaica. Byron Lee and the Dragonaires fame, Vince Randy Chin, who also established VP Records in New York, Justin Yap's Top Deck label, Leslie Kong of Beverly's Records, the Hookham brothers of Channel One Studios, and Bunny Stryker Lee. Wow. Anti-Chinese movements made their appearance at various points in Jamaica's history, imposing restrictions on Chinese communities and even leading to violence. That's one way to get your attention. But the Chinese and Jamaicans ultimately adapted to one another and found sufficient similarities in their cultures and values to merge them together and display a concrete example of Jamaica's motto: out of many, one people. I didn't know that. I know it now. I'm thinking of e pluribus, unum, out of many, one, but that's okay. Some of the contributions of the Chinese to Jamaica's culture are listed below. Food. The Chinese have provided singular influences on the cuisine of Jamaica. Come on, Jamaicans, tell me what's happening. A unique illustration of this influence is sui mein, a dish created by the Chinese community in Jamaica, featuring a broth enhanced by noodles, shrimp, vegetables, and Cantonese-style roast pork. I don't know what Cantonese-style roast pork is. I know what roast pork is, but I don't know. The dish provides a complete meal that requires diners to use both a spoon and a fork. It is typically topped off with a hot sauce made of Scotch bonnet peppers and mushroom soy sauce. I've never heard of Scotch bonnet peppers in my life, and I'm a foodie. I've never heard of such. Entrepreneurship. Most of the grocery stores in Jamaica are owned by Chinese people. Well, what do you know? Who followed their entrepreneurial talents early on. I think they mean on. Maybe, I don't know. Their business and commercial innovations made major contributions to the nation's economic development. Of the impact of Chinese Jamaicans on the business world considerable, with families and individuals controlling major restaurant, bakery, and supermarket chains, including Island Grill, Purity, and Super Plus, and banks like NCB. Wow. Games of chance. What is this? The Chinese brought the tradition of gambling with them and introduced games like Wee Wee, Rock-a-Pew, also known as China-Poo, to the island. I don't know. The game of chance tradition was assimilated by Jamaicans who play modern games like Cash Pot and Lucky Five. I'm not a gambler. I don't know. Celebration. The Chinese custom of setting off fireworks in celebration of special occasions was readily adopted by Jamaicans, who especially favored activity at Christmas. I didn't know that. Fireworks at Christmas. The traditional Chinese lion and dragon dances have been incorporated into Jamaica's yearly national festival in a notable display of cultural adaptation and integration. I did not know that. A Jamaican of Chinese heritage visits China, the home of her ancestors, whatever. A preservation of cultural values. The Chinese have been praised for their industry and for the focus they bring to their work, emphasizing education and extended family relationships in raising of their children, except in China where they got to have the suicide nets around the building because they'd rather jump off the building and self-delete than stay in the factories and work. Onward. Their focus on the values of family preservation and education helped Jamaica, whose African influenced culture already held these elements in great esteem, to retain a strong family centered society. Number 6, and we're going to stop at 7, music industry. Chinese Jamaicans had impacted the evolution of the reggae genre from the 60s. Vincent Randy Chin, along with his wife Patricia, through their label VP Records, was instrumental in launching the careers of artists like Beanie Man and Sean Paul. I didn't know that. Many Chinese Jamaican musicians received name credits on numerous reggae albums. A significant contribution by early Chinese record producers is illustrated by Leslie Kong's Beverly's label, which released the debut song recordings of Bob Marley, Jimmy Cliff, and John Holt. I'll be damned. Continuing to give Jamaicans a source of pride, Tessani Chin, who is of Jamaican Chinese heritage, was named the winner of season 5 of The Voice talent competition in the United States in the United States in 2013. And last but not least, number 7, political leadership. Chinese Jamaicans serve honorably in Jamaica's government, with notable examples being members of parliament like Rose Leon, Ferdinand Yap Sam, and Delroy Chuck. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I had no freaking idea that the Chinos got a grip in Jamaica. I'll be damned. Tell me what you think. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, folks. The things you come across on the internet.